Hey everybody, how are y'all doing? Welcome to week 5 of online school. So this week we're going to cover two topics, but they are connected in a way, and I think that you'll enjoy this week more than previous weeks just because you don't have to do any factoring. Factoring is the hardest thing that we've done, definitely while we've been at home, but maybe even for the whole spring. I mean, factoring has been a really difficult thing. So, um, kind of to give you a break from factoring, we're not going to factor at all this week. This time we're still going to be solving quadratics. So, quadratic, an equation that has an x squared in it, right? But this time we're going to look at some simpler equations, and instead of having to do all that factoring, we're just going to take the square root to find the answer, okay? Now you can't do this all the time. You can only do this when there's no b term or no term in the middle, right? But let's look at a couple of examples, and you can follow along here on the camera, but I'm really just taking the examples straight here from the notes that I've got, okay? Um, so, so we're going to be solving, so the first example will be x squared is equal to 36. Okay. All right. So in the past, when we've solved problems like this, we've tried to make this side equal to 0 and then factor, right? Now we actually could do that with this problem. This one ends up being like a difference of squares problem, but we can take a shortcut here where we are going to just take the square root on both sides. Okay. So one way to we want x to be by itself, right? We just want x equals some number, okay? The x isn't by itself because it's squared, right? Now, x squared, remember, means x times x, right? And so what we can do, instead of having to factor, is we can just take the square root of both sides of this equation, okay? Now, what a square root does is it undoes a square, right? It gets rid of a square. So the square root and the square cancel each other out, and so we're left with just the x, right? So the square and the square root cancel each other out, and so we're just left with the x. All right. Now on this side, square root of 36, this is something that if you want, you could type into a calculator. You could ask Siri what this is. But basically what we're looking for is what number, when I multiply it by itself, gives me 36. Okay. Well, another way to write 36 is 6 squared, right? 6 times 6 is 6 squared, and that's 36. So the square root of 6 squared, again, we can, just like we did on this side, we can just get rid of those um, those two marks, the square and the square root go away, and so x must be equal to 6. Now, when we do this, we're actually missing an answer here, because there is another number that if I multiply it by itself, it gives me 36. And some of you guys are probably already thinking it, right? So 6 times 6 gives you 36, right? But it's also true that negative 6 times negative 6 gives you 36, right? So the square root of 36 actually has two answers. It can either be 6 or it can be negative 6. So we're going to have two answers here. Now, we're used to having two answers. When we factor, we usually do have two answers. So, so this shouldn't be too strange for you, right? So as we're working through these, our goal is to make it to where one side of the equation says x squared. And that way we can take the square root of both sides and we'll just have sort of a positive and a negative answer that are the same. Okay? All right. Okay, next I want to do this example. So the next example that we'll do is 2x squared plus 3 equals 131. Okay. All right. So to solve this question, again, usually, well, if we were to do this the same way that we were doing it last week, we would make this a 0. We would get rid of the 131. But this time, because I notice that there's no term here that's just an x, I know that I can get this x squared by itself and then take the square root. So to get the x squared by itself first, I have to subtract 3 from both sides. All right, so this is some good solving equations practice. Plus 3 minus 3 go away, so I've got 2x squared equals 131 minus 3 is 128. Okay. All right, now I want the x squared by itself, so I've got to divide by 2 on both sides. All right, the 2 divided by 2 goes away, so I'm left with x squared, which is what I wanted. 128 divided by 2 is 64. So now I'm left with x squared equals 64. So now, just like above, I can take the square root from both sides. All right. Now, taking the square root from both sides, the square and the square root are going to cancel out, and so I'm left with x. All right, but remember that there are two answers here, right? So we need the square root of 64, and again, you can use a calculator. You can even type in to Google what is the square root of 64, and it'll pop up for you, right? Now 64 is 8 times 8. All right, so it's going to be 8 is going to be one of our answers. But don't forget that there's another combination of numbers that multiplied by itself gives you 64, and that's -8. So we have two answers here. Okay. So don't forget that on almost every problem we have this week, you're going to have two answers. All right? Okay, let's work out another couple of problems, and then we will move forward to a homework help video that will help you guys to solve more of these. So let's make this one 3x squared plus 7 equals, let's do 31. Okay. All right. Okay, so working this one out, I have to get the x squared by itself. All right. So I need to get rid of this plus 7. So to get rid of a plus 7, I subtract 7. So we've got 3x squared equals 31 minus 7 is 24. Okay. Very good. Now let's divide both sides by 3. That way these 3's cancel out, and I'm left with x squared. 24 divided by 3 is 8. Okay. All right, so now this is going to be a different type of example, because when I take the square root of both sides, this is good. All right, the square cancels out, so I'm left with an x, and that's good. All right. Now when I look at this, when I take the square root of 8, there are not two numbers that when I multiply them together give me 8, right? There are not two numbers that when I multiply them together give me 8. Now you might be thinking like 4 and 4, but that's plus, right? So that doesn't work. So what we have to do here, what we're going to do for this assignment in particular, you'll see later this week, you're going to get an assignment where you're going to learn how to reduce this and make it into just a simplified square root. But here we're just going to be okay with the decimal answer. Okay, so with your decimal answer, I want you to go 3 decimal places. All right, we're going to go 3 decimal places. So if I type this into the calculator or I just Google square root of 8, it tells me that the square root of 8 is 2.828. All right, now don't forget, -2.828 is also an answer here. All right, so positive and negative. So this is just to show you right through an example that sometimes when you take the square root, you're going to get a decimal, and that's okay. For this assignment, that's okay. So before I let you go, I want to remind you guys that for this assignment, I am not asking you guys to do every problem, okay? Because I'm giving you 2 assignments this week, I wanted to shorten it a little bit. And so you'll notice this eventually will be up here, but I'm working ahead of time, so I wanted to hide it from you guys so you weren't distracted by it. But this first assignment, right, you found this video here. This first assignment is just the odds. So that means 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, right? So you do not have to do the even number problems. I even remind you here, right? You do not have to do the even number problems. Now, the even number problems, I left them there because some students might decide they want some extra practice, and that will be there, okay? I will probably do a bunch of those during office hours. This is a good reminder. Haven't had a ton of people joining office hours. I do have office hours. They're linked right here at the top of the hub page on the right, and you can see when the office hours are. It's very simple. At that time, so like, let's say, today is Tuesday and you want to come into office hours at 1 o'clock, you just click this link and you'll go right in, okay? All right, hope to see you guys during office hours. There is a homework help video that'll be coming where I'll do a few of the problems from the homework. And then also there's a second assignment this week, so make sure that you check out that as well. All right, see you guys later.